Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Yo, just to change the subject, because I don't know how much time we got.
We got a half hour.
You know, I saw the Butler.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
You know what's funny? I'm going to tell you. Like, I don't know. You probably saw my Facebook status.
Yes, I did.
The funny part about this movie, and just me reviewing it sort of feels similar to how I felt when Barack Obama got elected into office. It's like it's a split feeling. It's like I was happy because my people was happy, and I was happy for my elders, like the people who went up through all of that bullshit and never got, and finally had a chance to see a black man as president of the United States. So it's like I understand that, and I was sensitive to it, but at the same time, being who I am and knowing what I know,
how long will it last?
There's that going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was similar. Like, so when I walked out of the theater, I was, like I said, I looked at the movie and I said, well, I can appreciate this movie because on an artistic level, it's on point. Execution-wise, it's on point. It's well acted and everything. But man, if you any type of person who is a nationalist, you are going to be pissed. You are going to be pissed. And you know who I am.
Yeah,
There was a couple of scenes in that movie that pissed me off.
I didn't see the movie, but let me guess. Was it any parts with the dialogue between the Butler and any of the presidents?
No, that was cool. Like the whole storytelling aspect of it was done really well. Like how they were able to go through history with the presidents that he served under and all of the major events that happened. That was really well done. My problem was how they presented the nationalist train of thought during that whole time. Because first of all, they make it seem as if integration and that whole fighting the civil rights struggle was a part of what was going on, but there was also another part going on during that time too, and that was the Black Power movement. They took a big fucking dump on that. The way that they portrayed the Panthers was no different than how the government sees the Panthers. And then there was also a scene because his son was instrumental in a lot of, like, the son was present in just about every major event you saw going on. I don't know how believable that was, but he was at the march. He was at the March on Washington. He was at the counter where the kids went in and you remember this footage of the white folks harassing the kids at the counter and beating them up? Remember that? Historically, you see that?
I didn't see the movie yet.
No, not the movie. Historically, like when the kids would go into the diner and then they would harass the kids and push them and spit on them and stuff like that. They showed that he was there. He was there during the riots. He was there for everything. And there was a scene. This isn't really a spoiler, but there was a scene with him and his father, like the butler and his son was at dinner at their house, and this was during the time when the Panthers was hot and popping. Oh my God, that scene pissed me off. Because the way that they presented the Panthers and the stuff that he was saying and the way that his girl was acting, I'm like, first of all, the girl that they had that was his girlfriend in the scene was with him at the diner when they was at. So she was a part of the civil rights movement. She wasn't no street girl. She was a college chick. So then when she gets to the dinner table with the family, she's acting like she burps sitting at the table burping. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Where did that come from? Just totally took a big steaming crap on the Panthers. Malcolm X was dismissed in one line, really. Like they I think they was coming from supposedly listening to him, and the guy says, "I don't know about this. What do you think about this dude, Malcolm?" He's like, "I think he's." And somebody says, "Well, I think his strategy is a lot better than what they doing now." And then he mentioned something the line that my brother always quotes from Malcolm, where he says, "Be respectful of everybody, but if anybody put their hands on you, you send them to the cemetery." And that was and the crazy part about that line when I heard it in the movie is that my brother always refers to that line as a line that changed his life and changed his perspective on how he saw things. But in the movie, they just dismissed it as, just another violent nigga.
Lee Daniels.
So if you're a nationalist, you're going to have some major problems with this movie and how they presented that train of thought. But I there were some things that I did like about it. I liked the relationship, or the way that they portrayed the relationship between him and his son. I'm not a big particular fan of the guy who played his son. I never really liked that dude as an actor, but I would say this is probably his best work. And I think it has more to do with the writing, because they just showed how his character developed over the course of time. It's the same guy that played in Red Tails.
The African guy.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his, but he was okay. He did his thing in this one. But and Oprah has always impressed me as an actress. Like, I never had a problem with Oprah acting.
Yeah, she's a good actress.
Yeah, she's a really good actress. In this role she was good. I didn't really like people talking Oscars. I personally didn't see any, because when you say Oscar to me, it's got to be stand out. It's got to be something where memorable. Like, when I think Oscar, like if like Sergeant Waters, the character that Adolf Caesar played, that's an Oscar character, because you're going to always remember that character. Like, I didn't see that in this, even though Whitaker was good. And it was solid. Everybody was solid in it. I didn't see anything in there that just screamed Academy Award to me.
Okay.
That's why I feel I haven't seen Fruitvale Station yet, but they saying that this guy Michael B. Jordan is in the run.
He nailed.
That's the main reason why I wanted to see it, so I can see his performance. But on a technical level, creatively, the movie's fine. If like the average mainstream black person is going to go there and feel uplifted by the movie, But the people who are the serious thinkers, are the people who are the nationalist thinkers, and who have historical perspective and know some history about how that whole civil rights thing was, and know the role that people like Malcolm and the Panthers played in that. They really, really trivialized them in this movie.
Well,
really trivialized them.
The movie isn't it's loosely based on someone who's a butler, so it's not biographical. It's not it's not taken from anybody's history.
Oh, and then
so it's from somebody else's perspective.
His story, the way that the movie starts off, his personal story is some fucked up shit.
That's what you get with a Lee Daniels movie. Lee Daniels always has some.
I don't want to give no spoilers away, so I ain't gonna say what it is. But I know that, man, our people is something else, man. And the thing that really bothers me, that they should have put at the end of the movie, no white people were harmed in the making of this movie. That's what they should have put, because it's like it's always this dignified in the face of, when the freak have they ever been dignified in the face of anything? When they going through something and somebody's trying to commit acts of violence against them, oppress them, or even take away they feel some right it is, you ever seen them dignified in the face of that? Where you sitting up there letting people spit on you and stuff, and you dealing with that stuff, and you even thinking that you want to react to that, that's evil?